Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's community hour. We're going to give it a couple minutes and let people join, and then we'll go ahead and get started. How many people on the call today are going to be at DTW? I know that the speakers today are going to be there, so interested to see who else is going to be at DTW. Awesome. And looking forward to seeing you there. Chris has an 11-hour flight to Vegas, so we know when he gets there, he's gonna he's gonna be excited
to get off a plane and upright. Very much.
Awesome.
Get warm. Get some temperature.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome everyone for joining, and thank you for joining. Just to introduce myself, my name is Jenny Norris, and I'm the Senior Coordinator for Membership and Programs at CONVERGED User Group. If you're new or not familiar with CONVERGED User Group, we are a community focused on connecting users and prospects of Dell CI and HCI technologies and solutions. We do this in a variety of different ways, including in-person and virtual events to bring members together to share best practices and ideas. So for today's event, I'd like to remind everyone to use the Q&A function to ask questions to the speakers or the chat box to continue the discussion. Before the end of today's community hour, I will throw a link in the chat for you to fill out a quick survey. This feedback is very appreciated as this will help us develop future activities. A few keynotes for DTW, I'll remind you at the end, but we do have booth space this year. We have some exciting notes, and we're at booth 515, so make sure that you come and see us. We do have an event at the House of Blues B-side on Tuesday. Again, I will give you some more information at the end of the program, but I will turn it over to David to go ahead and get this started.
Thank you, Jenny, and welcome everybody to another community hour. Really excited for this one. I've got my co-host, Chris Stanley, the president of the CONVERGED User Group, and our very special guest, Shannon Champion, Vice President of Product Marketing, Dell Technologies. Thank you and welcome. Before we get started, I want to thank our sponsors, Dell Technologies, VMware, and Intel for helping make this happen, and also for sponsoring our annual event back in person again, second year in a row since the pandemic ended at DTW. Very excited. Thanks for joining, Chris and Shannon.
Thank you, David. Good to be here. Even better to be in person next week.
Yes, it will be. It's fantastic. Shannon, you look like you're already out by the pool. Fantastic. It's exciting. It's going to be a lot warmer than in Massachusetts here, at least this morning.
I cannot wait.
Thank you so much. Chris, are you the only one heading over from Loop Up?
I'm the sole person heading over, yes. There's a few people I know visiting as well, but just me flying the flag.
All right. Well, fantastic. Looking forward to seeing you there. And Shannon, thank you for joining us. Really exciting part of the season for us. Your role keeps changing at Dell so much. Can you help me keep track of all your responsibilities now? It's growing each day.
Yes, for sure. And I am not the only person from Dell Technologies attending. Just want to throw that out there. An army of folks have been working around the clock to bring the best show to bear in the 8 years that I have been with EMC and Dell combined. So really, really excited to get there. What are my responsibilities? That's what you asked. So I started at EMC, focused on HCI specifically. We helped bring the baby known as VxRail to market. And since then, within product marketing, I now have responsibility for our multi-cloud offers. More to come if you're attending the show. Tune in on those. DevOps, networking, and primary storage.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and congratulations, really cool. And we've got there's so much that we're going to be able to talk about next week. So we can dig right in. Folks, if you're out there and you've got questions, well, not if you're out there, you're out there. If you have questions, please put them in chat or use Q&A. We do want to make this interactive. Chris has been to a few Dell Technologies Worlds before, as has Shannon, as have I. There's a lot of lessons that you can take from our experience, so please feel free to ask. Chris, as we're getting going, you know, you've got your long flight ahead of you. What's the big thing that you're looking forward to at DTW? And I know the answer. It's got to be
being in person, David.
There you go.
Yeah, but I'm very much, we've got at LoopUp, we've got a huge cloud infrastructure, so I'm really interested to see what's going to be announced there, and obviously listen to updates about my baby VxRail. So that's my two main ones I'm looking forward to.
Well, fantastic. So let's get started here with, let's try and do this. Did that work? There we go. All right. Look at that. We're going to talk.
As rehearsed, brilliant.
So Dell Technologies World, this is kind of the big picture, Shannon. What do members need to know? What do we need to dig into here?
Okay, so like I said, the biggest show I have been a part of. So whether you are going or you are planning to tune in virtually, I would say that the day 1 and day 2 keynotes are do not miss. That's when we are going to unveil what's been happening in the land of Apex and our multi-cloud strategy, and a host of other new announcements, which I cannot get into detail here, but I would say definitely make sure those are on your calendar. If you're there in person, it's an experience like no other. It's one of my favorite moments as a team member at Dell, is to be part of the crowd, to be participating in that keynote. But those are also available to watch live streamed. So at the same time as those in person, if you happen to be virtual. So definitely check those out on Monday and Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. When you get into Vegas, the teams will be, well, if assuming it's Sunday, the teams will be scurrying about, making sure that the space that we're creating for you in the village is impressive, right? Like, we are creating a ton of really interactive spaces. That's where you're going to get the deepest level of technical experts with Ask the Experts and hands-on labs. But it's also where you're going to get the ability to interact with some of the cool elements and interactive elements that we're building in to have fun in, as well as spaces to sit down. We intentionally don't put space for you to sit in the expo and the booth area, because we want you to walk around and talk to us, unless you're checking out a theater session. So the village is a good spot to park and, you know, pay attention to the live stream content there. If you've been,
Also,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's also a great, you know, if you bump into somebody on the show floor that you haven't seen, or maybe it's too loud over there, there's also really great opportunities to do like one-on-ones, pull-asides, or something like that. Great opportunity for a comfortable conversation that you can go into deeper in
Wear
that
comfortable
area.
shoes as well.
Yeah. Excellent. Both excellent points. I probably will not wear comfortable shoes because I don't get a chance to wear heels very much in my real life. So there's that. But Dave, to your point, I plan on, you know, having some one-on-ones purposely, like, hey, let's meet up in the village. And that's a great place to have a conversation. So that's a great call out.
It'll
You'll
be
see
show floor too, right? It's right outside the show floor.
Yep, right outside the show floor, all centrally located. I failed to mention we're in a new place this year, so don't go to the Venetian or the Palazzo. We are in Mandalay Bay. So this is a 1-year stay. We're really excited about some of the aspects of Mandalay Bay that we're going to take advantage of this year, but we'll be back at the same time and location next year at the Palazzo. So meet us at Mandalay Bay this year. But
Yes.
yeah, everything is centrally located there around Expo and Village. Most likely you're coming to learn about our technologies, about the new announcements, but also some of the products that you have today and meet with experts. We have tons of breakouts. I'm going to go and focus on them by category after we kind of cover the full run of show here. But we have breakouts starting as early as 8:30 a.m. on Monday. So you can get started on that technical knowledge and interacting with subject matter experts even before the first keynote and announcements start. So really robust set of opportunities there.
And the catalog's open and the app is up. So if you were there last year, I think what happened, what I saw on my phone is I got an alert for updating my app, and it updated from 2022 to 2023. So that's a great thing to download and help navigate around as you're out there.
Yep. Excellent. I still need to go flag all of the breakouts that I want to check out and get those on my calendar. So that's on my to-do list as well.
Yeah. And, you've got like really deep learning, as you mentioned, the 8:30 breakouts for those of you from the UK who will be up at that hour. But we've also got, you can dig deep into the technology, and then you can also come up to like these trailblazer sessions are fantastic ways to kind of, get exposed to maybe different ways of thinking about things and then taking that back with you.
Yes.
So
Excellent.
Mondays, and then the show floor, everybody's scurrying about Sunday and Monday morning, getting the show floor available, and then bang, we open with really a big bang at 6 o'clock. I'm excited.
That is yes, I love when the expo floor opens because there's a rush of people. It's one of the few times on the expo floor where there's free flowing drinks. So come get a refreshment. Definitely check out the Dell Technologies area. Our brand identity, for those of us in marketing, we're really excited about this evolution because Dell is expanding beyond the typical Dell blue, and we are embracing color. So you'll see purple and orange and green, and I'm really excited about the spaces that we've created there across the expo floor. So there's sections for security, for modern data infrastructure, which is where our HCI storage and compute offers will be. There's a multi-cloud section, which I encourage you to go check out there, what's happening within the land of Apex, and an edge section, as well as future of work. And each one of those is color coded. So it's sort of like a nice map of the floor, all in the same area. So you can find all of Dell Technologies in one area. And as Jenny pointed out, there is a converged section of the expo. So definitely make sure you check that out as well.
Yes, we're going to put Chris there, as well as all the board members will rotate through. It's going to be a fantastic way to learn more. It'll be a fantastic way to learn about what Chris has over his shoulder there. The secret is unveiled tomorrow, but come to the show floor and learn even more about it. Pick our brains. We've got great real estate just over the aisle from the Dell Tech booth, so it's perfect location to be able to wander through and explore the Dell Technologies booth, and then come over and talk with Chris or JT or Matt or Mike, any of the board members. It's really exciting, and I think we've got some neat games that will be happening in our booth to augment the other great activations that'll be happening around the show floor.
Awesome.
So let's see here. I'm seeing something. Yes, Mike Vlanek, our new board member this year, January 1st, will be in the booth. So come see him. That'll be a fantastic opportunity. He might give you some putting pointers, and that might give you a chance to get some great prizes at the end of the week. As we go into the show floor, one of the great things is, the booth theater sessions. And I want to put a plug in for, there's a great session coming with one of our board members, Adam Little from New Belgium Brewing. He's going to be doing this fantastic multimedia, virtual in-person conversation with Justin Jones on how they're using VxRail and other technology from Dell Technologies to brew their beer at New Belgium Brewing. And some of the other really neat adult beverages that they brew. Inside the booth, I think there'll be a chance for folks to go Monday night and find something that's the gluten-free option from New Belgium Brewing is called Fruit Smash. So you can, it's a little bit of a treasure hunt. So use the booth and treasure hunt around and come and listen to Adam and say hi and do that Monday if you're there. All right, and then Tuesday, Shannon, we've got two keynotes. We've got the Monday keynote and the Tuesday keynote. Are they continuations or are they double clicks? How should folks think about that?
Yeah, so there's some information online, but I can just double click on that for you. On day one, if you've been to DTW before, it's a similar model where you can expect to see the chairman and CEO of our company on stage, along with Chuck Whitten, who's a co-COO, really kind of unveiling our vision. There's some really exciting special guests that they will be interviewing. And that will be part one of our announcements. So the press release will go out synonymous with the day one keynote. So they'll unveil some parts of our announcements in day one. And then on day two, similar to like what we did last year, Jeff Clark and Jen Felch are the hosts of day two, and it's more about making it real with the technology. They will uncover the second part of our announcements, but what they'll also do is some demos of some of the new stuff that I encourage you to check out. It's really exciting. We'll also have those demos available in the booth. So in the, encourage you to check out the multi-cloud booth area for a closer look at those demos, because I'm sure they are going to knock your socks off when you see them in the keynote, and you can have more conversation about like, how are you doing that? And talk with our experts about what it means.
Now, will folks have to wait for demos until Tuesday? Or can they go to the booth and see that Monday night?
Okay, I'm telling my 25 favorite friends here a secret. All of the content is loaded in the booths on Monday. So even though you won't see them until day two keynote, your friends in the booth have all of the content, all of the demos, and they are free to share all of that on day one.
Thank you, Shannon. It's nice. It's like a pro tip. I know there's some stuff that you can't tell us about, but it's always nice to get the pro tips that you can share. Hey, Chris, what else is happening on Tuesday?
There's a small, there's a very big, wonderful event, the best one of the week at House of Blues B-side, which will be our annual Converged User Group meetup. And we'll have some fireside chats, a very special guest, and some great networking opportunities afterwards.
Yeah,
That's the
and
event to be
again,
at.
that's an opportunity too, where if you are interested in trying some beer that's brewed on VxRail, and I need to trademark that. I think that'd be fantastic.
Beer and technology.
Yeah. So come by there during the networking portion. We'll highlight. You'll have a chance to talk to. So if I step back a little bit, we've got a great conversation with Ian Jones from NatWest Group. He's going to be able to really tell people his IT transformation story at NatWest Group and how they've gone basically from, 3-tier all the way to this multi-cloud by design that they're looking at. So it's a neat story and great experience to share from him. We'll have a Dell Technologies update from Matt Paul and Ash McCarty. They'll be back for their second year in a row to give members an update on all the great stuff. And it's an opportunity there where, if you heard about something at the keynote day 1 and day 2, and you didn't get your questions answered, you can come and hear direct from Matt and Ash. And if they don't answer your questions on stage, they've got all sorts of subject matter experts in the room for the networking. We'll have breakout stations, conversation stations for VxRail, for Apex, for PowerFlex, and Cloud IQ, as well as there'll be all sorts of other subject matter experts and customer members in the room. So come and network with us.
This is one of my favorite events at DTW, and I just want to say that you're all part of a very special community. People outside of CONVERGED User Group talk about this meeting and they were like, what is going on in there? Like, it's so exclusive and, a really premier event that you put on. So really great job. And I love, now that I get to be in the room where it happens, get to see, the programming that you put on, to hear from a customer, hear from our experts. But my favorite part is actually all of us getting to talk to each other. So definitely don't miss that. Hope to see you all there.
Thank you, Shannon. And you're not alone. That's really the feedback that we get too. So and certainly coming off of a, not being in person that much, this is a great chance to really get that quench your thirst on that. We've also got afterwards something that's glowing in the dark down there, Shannon. What is Apex After Dark?
Doesn't that sound so cool?
It sounds very cool, and it's a really cool, like the graphics are, really cool.
So we're really excited to host this party. It's really in celebration of the Apex portfolio that we've built. Obviously, we're leaning into some of our new announcements, but this has been a growing portfolio of modern cloud and consumption offers. And this is a party meant to really celebrate what we're doing there for customers and partners. So House of Blues, definitely check it out. If you are a fan of Illuminate and the show that they put on, I would encourage you to come. That entertainment, I love them. I'm a huge fan. So I'm going to be like,
You've seen them before?
I have seen them before.
Awesome.
It's so impressive. But like I saw them, it was probably like 2010. I don't know, like think about how much technology has come in our world in that amount of time. I can't wait to be blown away.
All right. Very cool. Well, we're going to dig into this a little bit. And then folks, they're going to have so much fun at Apex After Dark that night that they're not going to be able to go to a keynote in the morning on Wednesday. But the good news is we made it so that they don't have to go to a keynote on the morning on Wednesday. So you can ease into your day on Wednesday, or you can schedule your meetings. The breakouts continue. The Solutions Expo happy hour wraps things up. And then, there's all sorts of different things that happen before the customer appreciation party, but Lumineers are going to be there. I think that's going to be a great time. And that's kind of the overview for what
One
we're
other
doing.
thing, Dave, that's not on the slide. You'll notice that Thursday isn't listed, and that's a change. In the past, maybe some of you are the hardcore folks that really loved having those 8:30 a.m. Sessions to get some final knowledge transfer on your last day. Most folks were not part of that crew. You're pretty burnt out after 3 full days. So what we decided is to not host those breakout sessions, but we do have an option if you are one of those diehard need more information. There are some breakfast focused sessions with experts. You'll see that in the catalog. So they're not breakouts specifically, but they're broader level topics. So if you're like, hey, I need to go talk more about the security thing, you have a place to go to keep the conversation going if you're anxious for more.
That's a great point, Shannon. Thank you very much. And folks can just schedule that in their catalog or on the app and set that up. Well, so let me check. I don't know. I've seen some chat going. It's been fantastic. I don't know if we've got any outstanding questions, but Chris, I think, you know, unless you've got a pro tip to share here, we could dive into Shannon's pulled together some of the, you know, the key breakout sessions that members should be aware of. So we can talk about that next.
Let's carry on with those, David, I think.
All right, fantastic. So here we go. And there's a lot here. Oh, it looks like if you're on this call, because Apex After Dark is first come, first serve, you get another early opportunity to register and get yourself in line.
Everyone's scrambling for their cell phones now. Yeah, good call out. So all of what's on the next few slides is available in the catalog for you to go search if that's your preferred method. But I find this format to be really helpful as a cheat sheet by specific topics. So the team put this together. We'll share it with you if you like this cheat sheet as well. But essentially what we did was took by topic. So multi-cloud, big area of focus. Here's the list of all of the specific breakouts, birds of a feather, and Ask the Experts dedicated sessions that are in the list. And then on the right-hand side, Dave already called out the booth theater session specific to New Belgium Brewing. That's Monday at 6:30 p.m. So you have the time and the date here. So what I like to do is on the plane, start like circling, you know, the things that I want to make sure I get to. But definitely a lot going on. The cube on the lower right-hand side too, on some specific topics that we have covered there. If you've seen the cube in the past, they are, you know, about 10-minute long live, but recorded interview sessions with some of our experts over at SiliconANGLE and Wikibon that bring in experts on specific topics. In the past, the cube has been located in the Village area. This year, you'll find it in the Expo area. Broadcom is a great partner of ours, and they are helping to sponsor the cube in their specific dedicated space. So it's closer to where all the experts are in the booth. But if you're looking for, you know, sometimes I like to just stand on the sidelines and watch the cube live. You'll find it in the Broadcom booth this year. Another thing I'll just point out when it comes to breakout sessions is on the Monday specific sessions. What was I supposed to say about this, Dave? There's some pro tip. There's a pro tip that you just taught me and I forgot.
Yeah. So one of the things that I think people miss because they remember Tuesday and Wednesday, but the show floor doesn't open until the end of the day on Monday. So, you know, you don't get a chance to talk to people about, oh, hey, how do I get that breakout session? So we want to share with you a couple of the Monday sessions that we think are really useful for members. And, you know, you want to get that because some of them don't repeat, so you will miss them.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That is an excellent pro tip. And I'll give you one step further, which is that first one that's listed there is demo heavy. It's Monday at 1:30, a live look at demos before the day 2 keynote. So that is definitely a pro tip on that first breakout.
Great. Fantastic. And that's a great multi-cloud one that'll kind of bring you, you know, a little foreshadowing to day 2. Or get you the early jump. That's great. On the HCI stuff, Shannon, I think, you know, for members here, Chris, there's 2 that I think you'd be really interested in. Certainly as a VxRail owner, you want to hear about the update So again, Monday at 1:30. Unfortunately, some of these do overlap, but that always happens. And then the new VX Rail Edge infrastructure, the size of a shoebox. Yes, it's a very catchy headline. This thing is really neat. And when we had it on display in Barcelona last year, I think we had it on display in Barcelona in November. People couldn't get enough of it. So that'll be a great session to check out. And then in the evening, swing by the booth and go see this thing.
Yeah, that's a hot one. It definitely was like the belle of the ball the last time that we showcased it. So definitely check out that. And then toward the bottom is a VXRL customer spotlight. These are always really phenomenal sessions. We bring in multiple customers across a range of industries and a range of use cases for VX Rail, and basically open it up for you to come and kind of just ask them about their experiences. So it's a good one to check out.
That's a great call out. And then, the breakout sessions or the booth theater sessions, also the customer highlights there. It's another way to hear more customers. I mentioned New Belgium Brewing because Adam's a board member, but the Outernet story is fantastic and phenomenal. Craft Group is also there. They're going to show themselves, or they're going to present twice. So if you miss them on Tuesday, you can catch them again on Wednesday.
What I love about the Craft Group story is that it, like, more and more, I'm sure many of you have more than Dell HCI in your environments, and Craft Group is a really great example of a cross portfolio and how they've leveraged multiple Dell technologies to accomplish everything they want to do within the Patriots Stadium, and bringing technology and the fan experience to life. So it's an exciting use case.
Yeah, it's a great use case, great cross portfolio. And Chris, you've got more than just VX Rail in your data center, don't you?
We do. We have Dell Data Protect. Not really in our data center. We have Apex backup services. So yeah, very much interested in all of this and buying up more Dell stuff, I expect, at the end of it.
Well,
after having lots of conversations with people and networking and finding everyone.
Yeah, fantastic. But it is, I mean, Shannon, that your point is spot on. More and more, it's not just one product. It really, the conversation's elevating to, hey, how can I partner with Dell Technologies to solve these problems that I have? See what I did there?
I did, yeah.
I caught it. Yeah.
Okay, so DevOps. Yes, segue to DevOps. So we have a number of sessions that cover the gamut in terms of the offers that we have here, from like how we're integrating with API integration across the various DevOps partners, to how we are building in intelligence with Cloud IQ, some best practices. Kubernetes isn't known for being the most simple thing to deploy and operate, so we're bringing some of that to bear.
Yeah, and we just had Cloud IQ on a community hour, I think last month. So there's a lot more interest from members on, hey, this is out there. This is a great way. Cloud IQ is in the DevOps session, but we'll also have the conversation station Tuesday. So if you miss this, you can come by and catch them there. And then, the primary storage is, that's legacy EMC, right? But this stuff is, well, there's a lot going on there as well. Great opportunities to come and find out what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
I like the apps on, I think, is going to be really interesting for folks to learn more about.
Yep, Dynamic Apps On. I think we've talked with this group about Dynamic Apps On. If you happen to miss that, definitely check this out. It's how we're bringing together what you know and love about the VxRail operating model and that full stack LCM, and for the first time making it be a true solution level LCM experience that includes the PowerStore OS. So a lot of advantages to that solution. The other thing I'll point out is that you see PowerFlex is part of this portfolio. Last year, Jeff Clark said it was his favorite announcement of DTW. So you can anticipate that the attention there and focus will remain. Definitely some really interesting stuff that we're doing in that space.
And to your point earlier, there's we've listed it here, the Modern Data Infrastructure Breakfast on Thursday. We called it out, we only had so much space. So things like that could be anywhere. PowerFlex could also be under HCI, but for space, this is the way we've laid it out here. And then to wrap up, oh, hey, look at that. That wraps it up. But as we were talking, there's more in the catalog. Go explore. This is what we thought would be really kind of curated information for members of the CONVERGED User Group. Chris has got a secret that he'll talk about here, I guess, on the floor when we're in DTW. But come learn about the secret. When you're there, if you please come to the meeting, we'd love to see you. Introduce yourselves. Come to the show floor, see the booth, see the explore the Dell booth, and then come by the user group booth and let us know what you think. Let's have conversations. Let's get together. Let's have a great time in Vegas.
I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. So hopefully if you're going, you'll stop by and say hi. I see Keith has a question I can answer. I didn't hit on hands-on labs, but they're just in the space of stuff that we've been talking about. There's over 30 hands-on labs. So, and specifically for PowerScale, I happen to know there's like 5 or 7 of those. So yes, plenty of hands-on lab opportunities at the show. Thanks for that call out, Keith.
Yeah. Thanks for the questions. Are there any more questions from the group here? Please use the chat or the Q&A. Chris, you got a long flight ahead of you. You're getting prepared. Final recommendations for those who might this might be the first time in a while that they've traveled, or what do you have to share from your history here?
From travel or from Dell Technologies World, or both?
Well, to travel to Dell Technologies World.
Well, I'm going there extra early for the time difference, but
yep.
There's a lot going on when the conference kicks off. So these slides are very sort of a good guidance, especially to this group, of maybe where to put some focus and to take out the pain of going through every single one. But no, you can't not have a good time. You will network with lots of good people, especially at our event, and the expo floor. Obviously, come and see us, and the Dell one as well, where again we can have more intimate conversations or arrange chats on anything that you need or any advice. So look forward to seeing everyone there and in person, if I didn't mention that before.
Yes. Absolutely. That's going to be great.
It's been a while. 2019 was my last one, so this is my first one in person.
Crossing the pond. All right. Fantastic. Well, we will, it will be well worth it, and yes. Excited to see you there. Shannon, any final thoughts?
I think you guys have hit it. We've been working probably for the last 5 months on bringing this show to life for you. And I am not lying when I say this is about 3 times more than we've ever done before in terms of the scope of the announcements, the interactions that we're bringing to life. So I hope you enjoy. I hope I get to see you. We are going to have fun celebrating the content that we are bringing to you at the show alongside you, but registration is really strong. So the opportunity to network across a thousands and thousands of customers and partners is huge. So take advantage of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's great points. The networking is going to be, in my view, the best part. The content's fantastic, but the networking is really where it all comes together. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody out there. Please, say hi if you see us in the booth. Come to the meeting and say hi. And yeah, safe travels, everybody. Hydrate before you get there. Vegas is dry. So drink a lot of water. Jenny, are you there?
I
So
am.
I'm going to say thank you very much before I turn it over to you, Jenny. Shannon, thank you so much. It's been great. Thank you for your pro tips and your details. Everybody say hi to Shannon when you see her in Dell Technologies World at Vegas. Say hi to Chris. Chris, thank you again, and safe travels to you.
Thank you. See you all soon.
Jenny, back to you.
Great. Well, thank you again for joining today. Just a really quick recap of what Converged has coming up. We'll be in the booth 5, or we'll have a booth. We're booth 515. So make sure that you come and see us on the show floor. We have our annual meeting on Tuesday, May 23rd at 3:30 p.m. at the House of Blues B-side. Make sure you get there early because space is limited. And like David and Chris mentioned, we have a very special guest in attendance. And as you all know, we have a big secret coming up. Be on the lookout in your emails tomorrow for a special announcement that we've been really working hard for and excited about. But before we wrap today, I want to thank our sponsors, Dell Technologies, VMware, and Intel. And as you noticed in the chat, we do have a survey that I ask you to complete. It only takes a few minutes and it helps us really develop the programming throughout the year. And with that, one person will receive a prize. So if that's a little bit of an incentive for you, I will encourage you to follow us on LinkedIn and to check your email regular to see all of the great programs that we have for the remaining of the year. And if you enjoy being a Converged member, please share future events with your colleagues and friends. We would love to have them. So with all of that being said, safe travels to Vegas, and we will see you all very soon. Take care.
Thank you.